This is really the Fighter and the Kid.
Come on, baby. Got a Magic Mind Max running through my veins. I'll do another one.
Me too, bro. I don't have any DCs.
You got no Diet Cokes?
No DCs.
Damn,
bro.
baby. Damn. Might have to double up on the MM. You know what I'm saying? MM Max.
Oh, yeah.
That's stuff.
You gotta be careful with the caffeine.
Yeah.
I've already had caffeine this morning.
The problem is that caffeine is time released. So I'll be jazzing for a long time.
Yeah, I don't want to shit my pants either.
Yes.
Yeah, too much caffeine will.
Correct. Correct. But anyway, what were we going to say? What are you doing, man? What are you up to?
Dude, I'm dealing with so many moving parts getting to Austin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Moving
Now it's crunch time.
Moving is a motherfucker.
Oh, and I like the team mom last night for the baseball team. She goes, so if we get to the championship, the pizza party's on the 29th. I was like, well, I leave the 26th. So championships after that? Interesting.
Yeah, I'll fly back. What you do is you say, this is what I do when people will call me about something they want a favor from Rogan, or they want me to talk to Rogan about something that they have, right? So try it. Watch this. Do it to me.
Hey, do you mind if could you get this to Rogan for me? I think it could be life changing.
No, 100%. I'll call him right now. I'm going to call him right now. Let me hang up and I'm going to call him right now.
He's still
That's how I do. I was telling Rogan that he was laughing so hard. I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? You know, I already know what he's going to like and what he's not, and also that's not the basis of my friendship. So,
disgusting.
The greatest thing is that when you're friends with that guy and you're seeing, you know, if you just see him with him or you're doing his podcast, the number of people that'll call you, and there's a roundabout way of kind of going. And another thing,
opportunist.
It's fine. It's fine. It's just business.
Good at navigating it now.
Yeah.
Opportunist.
What else is going on?
Baseball.
They're picking a new pope, huh?
Yeah.
God, talk about something I don't give a fuck about.
I don't
And
care
did you see all those pedophiles together?
Yeah, dude.
I just look at them like, hey, if you gave me a lineup of who touches kids, half of them are in that fucking...
Well, that would be actually statistically correct, sir. And
I know.
I hate to say it.
Oh, they're disgusting.
I mean, I'm
and
sorry.
you see them talking?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I care more about McDonald's new chicken tenders than I do about this fucking Pope.
Well, the Catholic Church,
you know how corrupt that shit is?
And the Vatican never atoned for their massive sins, which was that they protected, shielded, and defended vigorously with very expensive lawyers, pedophile after pedophile.
And would
after
relocate
pedophile.
them so they could continue practicing pedophilia.
Yes. So...
How it's still a thing?
I think Cardinal Law and all of them are still in the Vatican living happily ever after.
Oh, yeah. And the people are waiting. Hopefully, you know, the last Pope was woke as fuck. Hopefully they bring in
the last Pope was actually... The last
very
Pope,
progressive.
He was, but what I liked about him is he was actually a champion of the poor. So he came in and goes, I'm not having tailored stuff. You're not going to cater my meals. We're not doing that. He was the first Pope to say, this is real excess. You're treating me like a king. You're fitting me for robes. There's a special tailor.
Yeah, we still protect the pedophile, so fuck off.
Well, yeah, I think...
They need to bring a conservative Pope in there.
Yeah, well...
We'll see what happens. I literally could give two shits. I care more about who's pitching the next Dodgers game than I do about the Pope. Everyone wait around for that smoke. Who gives a flying fuck?
Yeah, it's a whole thing, isn't it? There's a whole ritual, and
I like the old school history of it and all that.
When the Pope dies, I think people all gather around and they cry. You know, see if you can bring that up, Finn. Finn. My son's name is Finn. Yeah, see if you can. I named my son after the triangular growth that juts from a shark's back.
You're so stupid. You're so fucking stupid.
It's Gaelic for Finn.
Standing room only. That's what you want at your funeral, as Tim McGraw sings.
That's actually true.
Standing room only.
Never mind.
I'm just gonna do a small venue so you're forced to stand. Don't push me into the theater.
I told you I went to...
when I die, don't push me in the theater. Don't put me in a big venue.
I went to Harlem. My friend's mother, he's black, and she died. And I had never been to a black church in Harlem. And he goes, now, I'm a May. Now, she didn't want us to be sad now. She didn't live a sad life. So I think we better start singing. And they were like, and dude, the singing that went on and the voices and the talent up there, I was like,
join in like Biden?
The deacon, I was like, these motherfuckers, this is the way to send somebody off.
You want to have a party. If they died old and it was a good life, you want to have a party. But if they're young and shit, there's no celebration.
No.
The guy was watching on the news this morning. You can't even start with the news. Some 21-year-old kid got hit by a drunk driver and died. You're just
dude, I saw that.
Horrible.
He was 18.
His parents, their house, and their house burned down the Palisades, so they relocated to Manhattan Beach.
So sad.
And then this lady was busted before for DUI.
She was?
Yeah, this is her second offense.
Well, you murdered somebody.
And just some fat, out of shape lady kills this poor kid. Was supposed to go to Virginia or something to college. Had the whole world in front of him. You're like, God damn.
Awful.
You don't want to celebrate that.
No.
Do not want to celebrate that.
You do not. You do not. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's a terrible tragedy.
Dude, you had Brett Weinstein on your pod yesterday.
Eric Weinstein.
Are they brothers?
So, yes. So, Brett is an evolutionary biologist.
Are you saying Pam
the one
or
with
Pam?
The one with the big brain.
Same, right?
The one with the biggest brain is a guy named Eric Weinstein, who I had on last night.
And Brett Weinstein also has a big brain?
Brett has a big brain, but not close to as big a brain as his brother. His brother is a theoretical mathematician who just completed his 40-year work on the theory of everything. Okay? So he's like, so this is how his brain works.
But what's the brother do?
The brother was at Evergreen College, and he was the guy who, so Brett Weinstein became famous. There's his brother. When Brett Weinstein became famous,
he's no slouch though, right?
Both brothers are not going to win any hair awards.
I mean, they're not going to be models either.
Yeah, but they're so smart. But
you can't have it all. You can't have that brain and IQ and also look like Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I don't know Brett. But Brett became famous because in Evergreen College during the wokest of the woke time, they had a day where they said, we are going to only allow people of color on the campus. All white people have to leave.
I love it.
And Brett Weinstein's like, I'm also Jewish, so don't act as though I've been privileged.
No, get off campus.
So Brett Weinstein goes, I'm not doing that. I'm not leaving this file. I'm not doing that. That's racist as hell.
Also, who's going to play quarterback? Am I right?
Yeah, but he got basically let go, I believe, or with such a it became such a.
They fired him over that.
But he's a fucking guy who stands for the truth, and he's also been very anti-vax about the COVID vaccine and kind of exposed that.
Love him. Him and his brother look similar.
Yes, but Eric is my dear friend, and Eric.
I love that I met Eric, and you're telling him how he can kill all of you right there while you guys are waiting in the room, and I'm like, yeah, I probably can.
Yeah.
And then he gave us a Hulk Hogan story.
Yeah, it was great. But Eric is a guy who came up with the theory of everything, and we were doing. And I go, can you explain in layman's terms? And it starts like this. He started like this. He goes,
impossible.
He goes, well, Einstein had 11 dimensions. We live in a 4-dimensional world, but Einstein figured out that there was probably, with math, 11 dimensions. But I believe there are 14 dimensions because he wasn't taking into account the fact that the measurements we use are also part of the dimension.
He's saying Einstein's wrong? Do you know how smart you have to be?
And I'm looking at him.
Check, please. Check. Excuse me, check, please.
Like when somebody says that, I go, oh, that's good. Thanks for the layman's explain.
Oh, I put the ball back in my corner. I'm like, that's crazy. Did you see Ohtani last night? Oh, you haven't?
Did you see him with Terrence Howard when Terrence Howard said he invented a new math?
Oh, he took him for a walk.
And he was nice.
Oh, he dog walked.
He real nice
too. He was cool about it though.
Very sweet about it.
Yeah. And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
But he took him for a walk.
Also, don't say you invented a new math, bro.
No.
Hey. No. Eric and his colleagues were like,
That's like when Rogan was talking to Kanye and he's like, yeah, I came up with a new alphabet. Rogan's like, very cool. So anyway, excuse me, sir?
Yeah, shut up. It's like some people, the arrogance on some people, the narcissism.
The ego, yeah, that's all that is.
Beyond anything.
Or you're going to do a new alphabet that only you know.
You need a friend to go like this.
Shut up.
Literally.
If you called,
watch this. Hey, B, you're not going to fucking believe this. I invented a new alphabet, and it's going to change the world.
Very cool. I'll see you at the studio. That's how that would go. Very cool. I wouldn't entertain it in any facet.
I would just do this.
And then here for like, dude, you got to see this alphabet. Maybe later.
Yeah, go ahead and tell me.
And then just never get
Start with it.
Hey, B, dude, you're not going to believe it. You know, I'm always coming up with something.
Yeah.
Dude, I got this new alphabet.
Click. Click.
That's who needs those friends.
My father was so good at that. My father would just
not entertain it.
Oh, my father suffers no fools. My father would just do this.
I mean,
my grandfather, my Sicilian grandfather, he's cutting from a wheel of cheese, a huge wheel of Parmesan. He's Sicilian. The Italians have been around a little while. They ate fucking cheese. This fucking idiot, I read a book, some fucking book. I go, dairy products are bad for you.
Oh no.
I go, dairy products are bad for you, and you shouldn't eat fruit after a meal. He just goes like this. He's cutting an apple with his cheese. He goes, wow, great.
Yeah, keep doing it.
Fuck out of here. I'm 85. The fuck out of here.
I would just go, is there something wrong with the current alphabet? You fucking idiot.
Dude, my son, I love him so much. My 13-year-old, he has a small window where he can watch YouTube and TikTok, right? On his phone. It's like an hour a day. And the problem is that he'll go, the other day we were cleaning out his garage and he goes, and he found these Crocs and he goes, you can eat these. And I go, excuse me? He goes,
you try?
They're not toxic. You can actually eat this.
Very toxic.
And I said, yeah, they are. And he goes, no, I'm serious. You can actually eat these. They're actually edible.
All right.
I go,
have a bite.
I go, do it. He starts trying to chew through the thing. I go,
oh, it's impossible.
How's it going? Yeah. I go, stop listening to TikTok. Don't ever mention TikTok to me.
No, don't get your information from TikTok.
He's way smarter than that.
Don't get your information from TikTok.
Correct.
Let's take a little break, B. Close your eyes. Imagine what you look like in 6 months from now. Not great. How's your hair looking? Right?
I don't like doing that.
I know, dude. Do it. But now picture if you had some Hims, your hair would be looking so tasty, dude. If
I was a customer for, 5 years of Hims.
That doesn't help them sell stuff, dude.
Well,
right?
look at my hair. It's not terrible. Listen. Look, I stopped
using
it.
Hims asked me, dude, please tell Bryan to stop saying he used that
I bet they did. Look, at the end of the day, it's a very easy process. The finasteride that you can get, the pill form, you can get minoxidil, you can get all kinds of stuff in an unmarked sort of package, so nobody knows what's going on. But you just take a picture of your head, you send it in, a doctor looks at it, and it arrives in the mail shortly afterwards.
Yeah, it's all online.
No doctor visits, nothing. They got chewables, oral spray, serum treatments, all the stuff, whatever works for you. It's 100% all online.
No insurance is needed, and one low price covers everything from treatments to ongoing care. Hims has hundreds of thousands of trusted subscribers, so they got you, man. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/fighter. That's HIMS.com/fighter for your personalized hair treatment options. Hims.com/fighter.
Results vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information.
And the problem we're having with T is he pitched last night. Our team is fucking red hot going to the playoffs. And T pitched, but he's I don't know how to deal with it either. He's setting it's good and bad. He's setting these expectations that are going to lead him to complete disappointment because he's pitching in rec, and most kids pitch 2 innings and they're out. T pitched all innings
because he's a grown man.
5 innings, 5 innings, and it only allowed 2 hits. But he walked 2 guys at the end, and then I thought, and he at 3 for 3 hitting, he destroyed the team. He's walking off the field and just furious. And I'm in the car. I'm like, oh, this ain't good. I'm like, but he played really well. You gave up 2 hits. Do you see any other kids doing this? And he was like, dude, went to bed mad. Woke up this morning mad.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, this ain't. I looked at Joe. I'm like, this ain't good.
Yeah.
Because he's creating these unrealistic expectations.
Well, but also sports will check that, won't they? Right.
He'll get to, because the team in Texas is a majors team, and those kids are pretty good.
Yeah.
But my problem is he's going to pitch against those kids, and they're going to hit because they can fucking. Those are real. Those boys can play.
Yeah.
They're like T. All of them are like T. They can play, and they've been doing it a long time. So if he gives up 3 runs in an inning, is he going to fucking have a meltdown?
Well,
which is pretty normal.
If he does, fine.
Yeah. Well, hopefully
he'll deal with that.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully the competition out there.
I actually think that's a huge part of being an athlete is learning how to control. One of the things they say
Especially
about great
pitcher,
athletes,
especially at pitcher.
Well, they say about great athletes, tennis players, soccer players, whatever it is. They say you have to have amnesia. Like you fucked up.
You gotta forget. Yeah,
you forget right away, and you're on to the next.
Try
thing.
teaching.
Freak out for 10 seconds.
Try teaching a 9-year-old that.
No, exactly. But that's what he'll learn.
Yeah,
right?
He'll get there.
Djokovic. I'm a tennis freak, and Djokovic, one of the greatest of all time. And they say your ability to come back from deficits, your ability to never choke.
Doesn't wait. He doesn't waver. He goes,
I had to work so hard at that, and I still have to work so hard.
Yeah.
It's a constant process.
Yeah, he'll figure it out.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out. It wasn't good, though. He didn't want nothing. We should go celebrate with the team after, go to dinner, burger, nothing.
Man.
Take me home.
What?
Yeah, I'm like, for giving up 2 hits, you psycho? Yeah, it's good and bad.
I know you secretly were like, ooh, I like this competition.
Yes and no. I'm like, hey, take it easy, man.
Yeah.
Also, once you get on the majors team, but it's gonna be a little different.
Yeah,
for
you can't sustain that. Yeah.
No, it's not, and then does he end up hating the sport because he gives up 1 run? You know, that's what you don't want. We'll figure it out.
Sometimes you got to just stop that in its tracks. You got to be like, hey,
it's
we're
tough.
not doing this.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. We'll figure it out.
He doesn't respond to stick, more carrot, meaning like if you correct him, you know, if you borderline punish him, he doesn't respond well to that.
Punishment?
Yeah.
Why would I punish?
No,
him?
I would say not punishment, but kind of like, hey, wake up. You know, we're not doing this.
It takes a while. No, he dwells. It takes a while.
Yeah.
It takes a while. Very stubborn.
Yeah.
And a little cocky, which you want.
Right.
To any athlete's going to be cocky. Thinks, you know. So I think for him the standard is good.
But sometimes kids need to sober up. Sometimes they'll get.
You just need to realize he'll get there.
Yeah.
He'll get there when we get to Texas, and he plays with the majors. He'll play with other big kids.
That's kind of what's great about sports.
Oh yeah.
It'll put you right in your, you know, like you said, it's black and white. You'll figure it out.
He'll
now the problem is he might excel there too.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. Yeah. Which doesn't help. I'm his dad too. I talk all this shit.
Did you listen to Rogan talking on with Jordan Peterson about how champions? So guys can be super singularly focused, really selfish, really kind of maniacal about getting somewhere, but they never get to the total championship. And Rogan was saying the great champions were balanced people like GSP.
No, I disagree.
They had to figure out a way to be.
I disagree. There's no balance. I think Rogan's off on that. And I love him dearly.
Yeah.
I think there is no balance.
Like Lance Armstrong wasn't exactly balanced.
There's no balance to be great. There's no balance.
Jordan wasn't balanced.
Tell me who's their examples. GSP. I trained GSP. Balanced. His personal life was a disaster.
Yeah.
Balanced. He didn't have a girlfriend. No kids.
Yeah.
Still doesn't have kids.
Still
reading fucking books, playing chess, going to yoga, fucking drinking red wine. Balanced. They don't know GSP.
Right.
What's their example? Who else is an example? Balanced as an outlier? There's no balance. That's why they're outliers.
Yeah.
They're willing to do shit other people aren't willing to do.
Right.
There's no balance.
Yeah.
To be great, there's no balance. When everyone goes, oh, how do you balance it? Balance? I don't balance.
Your kids come in a distant second. Everybody comes in a distant second.
To be champion, yes.
Yeah. He doesn't have kids,
Like-
huh? GSP doesn't.
No, sir. Has never had a long relationship. What's this balance they're speaking of? I live with
I don't know if they use
I
the
live
word
with guy
balance,
trained with a guy.
Yeah.
There's no balance.
He was just
He's
obsessed.
married to the game.
He was married
To be
the
that
game.
good. Oh, dude, and you're talking about a guy that would wrestle with the Canadian national team just for the fuck of it at all hours of the day.
Really?
And then go do his MMA training, then go to gymnastics, go to yoga, would have his food there. Like he was a psychopath.
Total psychopath.
Balance?
You guys learned a lot from him, right? You
Sure.
kinda set the standard.
Sure. Yeah. The blueprint of like being a professional. There's no balance. Kobe balance.
And
Excuse me.
He likes.
Tom Brady balance. Excuse me. Drinking avocado shake. Excuse me.
Yeah. Well, Djokovic is not balanced.
No,
Djokovic
quit bringing up
is-
tennis when I do that stuff, though, right? But
that's the
Djokovic,
greatest
but
sport.
Jokic also
Same
for the
thing.
Nuggets, they're not balanced.
He's not balanced.
No, to be great, there's no balance. David Goggins balanced.
I don't think Larry Bird was that balanced, was he?
No.
I love that story about him. They were doing the free throw contest, and he's looking around. The guy goes, "What's up?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm just looking at who's going to come in second."
Savages.
Savage.
Like I was trying to explain to T, like he has whatever 4 practice week. We still have to hit outside that. I'm like, buddy, the games in practice are the bare minimum. Everyone's doing practice and games. It's the bare minimum. So whatever, let's say there's 10 million kids playing baseball. All of them are going to practice playing games. If you want to get to where the fuck you want to go, we're going to have to do way more than this.
Yeah.
You're not even remotely close.
Right.
This practice. We're talking about practice. All these idiots practice.
Yeah.
All these kids.
Yeah.
I went to the mountain the other day. Again, he only gave up 2 hits. There's a big fat kid there, slow. I went, buddy, if this kid gets a hit off you, we're not pitching anymore. That's where I'm at. And that's also why his attitude's that way. Part of it's on me. I go, if this slow fat kid gets a hit off you, this isn't for you.
That's a little bit.
What? Mean? It's sports. Tighten the fuck up. That's why I'm his dad. That's why he's an outlier, you know? You got to be ruthless. Yeah. Off the field, we're very nice to the kid. And that kid doesn't hear it.
Of course not.
But T knows if he's a big, chunky, slow kid and he gets a hit off you, in other words, we got work to do.
If he's a big, chunky kid, his bat speed's going to be a little slower. So let's
Everything's
throw
slow.
it down the pipe.
Oh, light his, and also from the sidelines, go, light his ass up. And then T just looks at me.
You'll say that from the.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, baseball's no joke, huh? I mean,
No.
Light his ass up?
Oh, yeah. I get pretty hardcore.
You're kind of a baseball dad, huh?
Oh, to the fullest. But not one of the not one of the psychos though.
I don't sound like it.
No.
Light his ass up.
I just tell T to compete.
How old is that kid? 8, 9?
9.
I feel like that's a little psycho.
Depends what he wants. If this is what he wants to do. Think how many kids play baseball.
A lot of kids.
And if T went, Dad, I just want to play with my friends and play rec. All right, cool. But then we're not hitting outside practice. It's all you have fun, eat your fucking milkshakes, do your thing. But if you want to be an outlier, buddy, we gotta get to work. And that's what he wants.
I didn't know that GSB has a taste for the
Only black women.
only black.
Only black. They were the only people nice to him when he was in elementary school. He got bullied by everyone else, and the white girls wouldn't give him time of the day. So there's a few black girls that gave him attention. So that's what it
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Man, he's a special dude.
Balanced.
I like him a lot more now.
GSP's the best.
He's the best.
He's awesome.
Yeah, great guy.
Awesome guy.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, you trained him with him. You
Long
knew
time.
him for how long?
Long time.
Really?
Yeah,
So you know him very well.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah. Trained together out here in SoCal and Laguna Niguel. And then I went up to 4 or 5 times up to Montreal. Coldest place I've ever been.
Gotta be honest with you, Brendan.
What?
I wish when you were fighting, you were
In the black
sauced
chicks?
up.
Oh, you wish I was on the side. Me too.
Because
I'd have went a lot further.
Because
and I was
you
fighting
would
guys
have
that were
been
on
a
sauce.
nightmare.
I'm a nightmare right now.
You're an absolute nightmare because you're juicy.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy because this is the first time I've seen veins.
Yeah.
You are a heroin addict's dream.
Oh, yeah.
Your veins are pronounced. I've never seen that on you.
Oh, yeah.
You were standing there yesterday, and I was like, well, I told you, I woke up. Everybody should know. I woke up, and I know you as an extremist.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, your face looked different. I've never seen you look stronger.
Never been stronger.
I've never seen you look tighter. And I went, I think he's doubling up on stuff. He might be tripling up on stuff.
On the TRT?
'Cause that's right, the TRT and everything else. Because I know you, and you don't do anything, as directed.
No.
You'll have to add some stuff. Now, you told me you're not.
Well, you got to be careful with that stuff because then you get acne and shit.
Well, your blood will get too thick.
Yeah, or you get
It's
moon
dangerous.
face, which I'd hate a moon face.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you edema. You start carrying water.
Carrying a lot of water.
You don't have any of that
None
water
of
in
it,
there.
No.
All right. You're working out hard and you're just on
Working out hard, diet.
Man, I got to tell you, it makes me want to get on the old sauce. I'd love to look a little more, what is the word? Just tight in the old
Oh, dude,
face.
I had a baseball dad tell me his son's smaller. And he goes, yeah, man, we just, it's just genetics. So I'm an HGH.
Yeah, the kids do that. Yeah, no, they do that. They do that with the kids really small. A lot of times the doctor, they can do this, like they'll measure things and they say your kid's on track to be 5'4". And they have alternatives. That's when they will put you on HGH. They'll put kids on a certain, and it actually helps. Some kids will go from, if they're going to be 5'7", they'll be 5'10", which is a big difference.
Oh, huge.
Yeah.
But I was like, you're doing what?
No, that's been a common practice for many, many years. Many years. I'm mad at my parents for not putting me on all the sauce when I was 13.
It makes sense, yeah, if your kid's gonna be super short, and it's short's tough, man. Especially if you want to play sports. Fighting, you'd be fine. You could ride a horse, polo.
Sure.
Race car drivers are small.
Yeah.
Have to be.
Yeah.
That's about it, right?
Yeah.
So, guys, I think we kind of touched about it. UFC 350, what is 315? I'm so bad with numbers. It's coming up
315.
this week. I read an article that they're not even 50% sold out.
I posted it, Sinas.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, go to my post, Jen.
Why is that? Just nobody wants to see the.
You guys tell me why.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Your
why.
boy below.
No, it's not. Yeah, remember you said the highest pay-per-views? That's hilarious. But it's about time. Like, this is a long time coming. Because the UFC is all about the brand like the NFL. And they're not putting too much attention to good cards. What made the UFC special and outside of boxing, it's that one right there. UFC 315 is 4 days away from now, and the arena still has so many empty seats available. Yeah, because they oversaturated the market. They got away from what made the UFC different than boxing, where they would stack cards. So you'd be like, I'll buy this. 5 fucking entertaining fights? I'm in. Boxing model was one main event. The rest, you've never heard of them.
Right.
So the numbers aren't great. In the UFC, at least once a month, once every 3 months, you'd have these insane cards.
Yeah.
But they went, nah, we're going to do what boxing does because that's going great. That's a dying sport. So you're getting these watered down cards. The issue for the longest time has been the fan base has kept supporting it because there's hardcores and the casual, they kept supporting it. And then UFC would go, you'll hear Dana, I have no qualms with Dana. I love Dana. But the UFC wouldn't be nowhere near without Dana. When we need him when they retire, it could be weird, but whatever. Dana would go after every press conference, and this is all smoke and mirrors. She'll go, biggest gate in Miami arena history or wherever. Toronto history, New York Madison Square Garden history, Los Angeles history. Every fight, they go, biggest gate. And people are like, man, the UFC must be selling out. It's the biggest gate money-wise because ticket prices have rose so high. They've outpriced the fan base.
Yeah, it's really expensive.
It's like $600 for nosebleeds.
That's
now.
crazy.
What?
So they're getting less ticket sales, but the ticket cost is more. So when he goes, biggest gate ever, well, yeah, dude, you just increased the price of the ticket. So instead of those $50 or $100 tickets, now they're $600. So if they sell half of them, they're still beating the gate price that they set before.
Wow.
So ticket prices are down, viewership's down. They're like, no, the UFC, the city we go to is just excited. We don't need to announce the card. And they're wrong. It's not what made the UFC special.
Right.
And they're going away from that because Dana's really not running the ship anymore, right? It's fucking TKO. So now there's investors, there's this. They're doing the WWE model, and WWE's down too. I hate to tell you, WWE's down as well. Because you get these businessmen in there like, oh, let's just squeeze out all the money we can. That's all the UFC's doing. They took all the power from the fighters, the identity with the sponsors, the shorts, the walkout gear. Nope, you guys can wear uniforms now. It's Reebok, wear Reebok shoes. No more sponsors, no banners. They're doing so they take all that power away just so they can have way more money for themselves. And they're so profitable, it's so short-sighted. But the issue has been this has been going on for a hot second. Finally, they're starting to see some repercussions. Because finally, okay, UFC 315. Horrible fucking card. Am I going to buy it? Yes. Of course I'm going to fucking buy it. I love the UFC. And it's not a Bilal issue. People in those comments are like, yeah, that's what happens when Bilal's the main event. No, you're missing the point. UFC's had Mighty Mouse, pound for pound, maybe the greatest of all time, one of my favorite fighters, but Mighty Mouse wasn't a big star. But when he would fight, that card was stacked. So Mighty Mouse, it's not all on Mighty Mouse to sell your pay-per-view. The entire card would sell the pay-per-view. But now they're going to this boxing model where it's on Bilal and JDM. Okay, good luck with that business model. It's not going to work. And then people are going to point at Bilal, lowest pay-per-view all time. The UFC's fucking them. That card should be stacked. You know Bilal's not a big draw. He's just not. I love the guy. I think he's going to win Saturday. He's just not a big draw. So what you do, the rest of the card are all big draws, or at least really good matchups you want to see. Not this bullshit. Let's take another break because this podcast, The Fighter Kid, is brought to you by Stash. With Stash, there's no more confusing, frustrating gatekeeping to you investing.
Yeah, let me just say this. Like you might have money, but knowing how to invest is complicated. It's not easy. but they have an investing app. It's a registered investment advisor that combines automated investing with dependable financial strategies to help you reach your goals faster. They provide you with a personalized advice on what to invest in based on your goals, or if you want to just sit back and watch your money go to work, you can opt into their award-winning expert-managed portfolio that picks stocks for you.
Stash has helped millions of Americans reach their financial goals and start at just $3 per month. Don't let your savings sit around. Make it work harder for you. Go to get.stash.com/fighter to see how you can receive $25 towards your first stock purchase and to view important disclosures. That's get.stash.com/fighter. Paid non-client endorsement, not representative of all clients and not guarantee. Investment advisory services offered by Stash Investment LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Investing involves risk. Investments may lose value. Offer subject to T&Cs. Like back in the day, that card, even they stacked. That's what these new fans that came on after COVID, they don't realize how good, what made the UFC special. Even the prelims were packed. Where you're like, dude, you don't want to miss this. You'd have Robbie Lawler on the fucking prelim. You have monsters on the prelims.
That's right.
Now you look at the prelims, it's trash. And look at their business model. Again, they're making money, so who am I to say, man? The majority of the UFC, what they're doing now is, nope, we just got to put out as many fights as we can and please the TV network deal. So they have all these cards. It's oversaturated. It's guys from the Contender Series that are making a low salary. So they're replacing, because they don't care about stars, clearly. So they're replacing these vets and the roster that you know of, that guys that you've entertained you for years, with these newcomers from the Contender Series. Notice how many guys from the Contender Series on every card, because they're paying them the least amount. Those guys, you've never heard of them, but we just need fights. All the fan base cares about is fights, and we make money. So you get more Apex cards. You get more Contender Series guys. And slowly you're seeing the vets getting cut, not making as much money, not getting booked to fight. Because they can just keep replicating this. Apex fights, cost them nothing, Contender Series guys you've never heard of. But in the fan base for the longest time is like, okay, we'll keep buying it, we'll keep watching. And that's slowly going down. So hopefully UFC, this is a red flag to them. And it's not a case of Bilal Muhammad not selling tickets. That's not what the UFC is about. The Bilal should be surrounded by other superstars to build his resume. He's a fucking fantastic fighter.
Yep.
Amazing. Yep. He's so good. He's probably going to win Saturday. But now it's like, nope, you guys carry it like a Canelo does. That's not the fuck we do. What are you doing? The Contender Series guys, I'm balls deep in this. I know a lot of the guys in the prelims, the casuals have no clue. And that's not what it used to be about. They're going to the boxing model to a T. And Dana's getting involved with boxing. It's not good, man. It's not good. The road they're going down is not good. They're expanding everywhere but America. All the resources, all their attention's on international. All their stars are on international. There's no American pride. There's none of that anymore. They don't care.
It's funny,
and they're learning the hard way too, because now the TV right deal's up. They're looking for a buyer, and they're going, "We need over $1 billion." And Netflix went, "No, we don't want all that shit. We don't know who that is. Who's that? Who? Apex? No. We need stars." UFC's going, "Ooh." And they go, "You only put your stars on pay-per-view. We want your pay-per-view." And UFC's like, we can't give you that. And now the UFC is shooting themselves in the foot because they're giving you the watered-down pay-per-views.
It's funny how no matter how big you are, you have to manage constantly, strategize constantly, be on it constantly.
No, do what got you to the dance.
Do what got you
to the dance. Bo Nickel, do what got you to the dance. UFC, do what made you different from all the combat sports. Do what won championship, Bellator, Strikeforce, Pride, all these, Ryzen, all of them. They've always been different, but they're slowly starting to be like everybody else. And because the fan base has aged out, and you have these new fans on, they don't know the difference.
Yeah,
I do, and it's fucked up, dude. And they're just isolating the hardcores that make the world go round in the UFC atmosphere. So when I see this, like Rogan said in the group chat, I went, "This is actually good. This is actually a good thing. This is a good thing." Because if it was popping, selling out, record, I
Doesn't
will
help that Canada has a suppressed economy and nobody has any money either.
Sure. It's not popping here either.
How many seats does that hold?
It doesn't matter. They sell this out. If this is a year ago, they sell this out. It doesn't matter who's
Right.
But now finally, and again, and ticket prices are surging. They're so high. So
Look up how much
so you have inflation.
Yep.
You have low economy. Nobody's making money, and so they're learning. This is the best way for them to learn. This is a good thing. Because of this, and I'd be willing to bet
That's expensive, dude.
$100 to sit
That's
upstairs?
$200 for a fucking
185. Your back's against the wall.
295. Look at that shit.
Ridiculous.
Are you kidding me? Who can afford that for one ticket? So two of you, it's going to cost you $600 right there. Look at that. Wow.
Oh, at least and parking,
Everything.
babysitter,
It's $1,000
food,
night.
$1,000 night to watch.
Nobody has
UFC.
$1,000.
No.
In that economy. Nobody has in Canada. No.
And then the best seats in the house are all comp by stars. So you think it's a big event.
That's 600.
You'll see Jelly Roll, Machine Gun Kelly, Theo. They're not paying.
No.
None of them pay.
800.
So all the best seats go to the royalty.
$893, excluding fees.
Yeah, all the best seats
That's
go.
$1,000 for a fucking ticket.
It's a lot of money, dude. All the good seats go to the royals, the royalty in the arena. They're not paying, and then the two most famous guys at any UFC are not fighters. It's Joe Rogan and Dana White. That ain't good, dude.
No.
That ain't good.
$8,000 for row A. Wow. Okay.
You're gonna charge basically $9,000 per ticket to sit in the front row, and then you can put on a card. The main event. If Bilal wins, it's probably gonna be a decision.
Jesus. Yeah.
So you have high ticket prices. If you're casual, not a great main event, and the card, you don't know any of them, and you're wondering why ticket sales prices are low, and the pay-per-views can be even worse.
The pay-per-view is going to be worse.
It's gonna eat all the cock, and then they're gonna be like, I don't know. I'll tell you, go back to what got you to the dance. Give us the great product, man. Quit water it down. Get the fuck out of the Apex.
You're so right about that. I thought you were kidding. $309 to be way up there. I mean, that's nuts.
Buddy, Dodger tickets are cheaper. They're fucking stacked. You can see so many superstars night after night, night after night.
Yeah.
180 fucking second games a year, and you're seeing superstars every single night. I can go to the Lakers cheaper and watch LeBron James and Lukic.
And that's 50% capacity right now.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is they're going to start cutting the prices or giving tickets away. And I bet to your bottom dollar, I bet you Dana goes, record gate. Yeah, because front row was $8,000. Last time you were there, it was $1,000. It's up 700%. Record gate. And you fucks buy it. Figure it out, man.
It's a bad impression of Dana when you do that.
That's my Trump.
Oh.
Yeah, that girl Amy_Edge put, because everyone's broke in Canada since half our pay goes to taxes. Yep, just like California as well.
4 days from now. Wow. Jesus.
Now you're going to point the blame on Bilal, and you're wrong. Point the blame on the UFC brass and the TKO suits. They're the one ruining your sport, not Bilal. Bilal's won 17 in a row. He's doing his job.
Bring up Bilal's record. God, is he fucking good.
He's fighting a guy in JDM who's not a star. JDM's not there yet.
He's not.
Now, if it was a Shavkat,
Dude, look at that.
But you see what the problem there is: decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the problem. And then you put him as the main event. Usually they would do a huge main event, and then Bilal would be the co. And then some people are like, oh, that guy's pretty fucking good. Because he could finish JDM. If JDM doesn't finish him, like knock his ears off in the first round, and Bilal's get him down, he could ground and pound him, submit him, something like that, something fun. And then the fan base goes, okay, this guy's pretty fucking good. Yeah, he's won 18 in a row now. And that's how you build stars. But when you go, nope, you got to carry the burden of selling this paper. He's like, what the fuck?
Yes. Keep going down, chin.
Yep.
I mean, he's only lost it to Jeff Neal. I mean, back then, yeah.
He's a freak, dude.
Dude.
Bilal's a fucking freak.
Dude. That's unreal.
He's just, for whatever reason, he doesn't have that, like, pop, that shine. I'm not sure what he'll do.
He doesn't have the it factor.
Yeah.
But he's an amazing
awesome, yeah.
fucking fighter. Amazing fighter. But it's not on him to sell tickets. It's on the UFC brass to surround him for success, and they're not doing that. So then they're going to, I guarantee you, the UFC brass and go, this card did bad because Bilal, he's a decision fighter. You guys are going to take no accountability? Nothing?
Zero.
Love it. It's not a Bilal problem. It's a UFC problem. And it's been going on forever. And finally, they went to a place that is struggling the economy and people aren't buying tickets. And they're like, all right, maybe this ain't the way to go. Hopefully, and the suits are all about money. So hopefully they go, all right, we gotta change this up. Last time you guys were in, where's that, Toronto? Last time you guys were here, we sold out. Who's on the card? Go ahead and look at that card compared to this.
Enjoy that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, do that. Because they have a lot. The most talent ever is in the UFC right now. They've never been more talented. It's there. You just got to book the fucking cards.
Is there anything going on with anything concrete going on with John Jones?
I don't know, man.
What do you mean?
There's nothing new. Nothing new. So last time they were there was what?
I just looked UFC Canada 2024, but do you have any like specific one?
UFC Canada pay-per-view 2024.
Strickland Duplessis.
Oh, that's a fun fucking fight. And then go to the whole card. Okay, co-main event's terrible. Neil Magny, Mike Malott. He's okay.
Not so good, is it?
Keep going.
Even that one.
Arnold Allen, Evolov's fantastic.
Yeah, but nobody knows him.
More for hardcores, yeah.
Yeah.
Not amazing.
No.
That card sucks cock too. Hey, go to I bet they sold out though. That main event's tasty.
Yeah, it's tasty.
Go to 2015 Canada card. Canada pay-per-view. Yeah, let's see that.
186?
Yeah, go to UFC 186. Let me just show you the difference. Now go to that entire card. Okay, let's look at the difference. Just look at the fucking difference. Your mate, and this is such a good point. So we know DJ's not a big pay-per-view star, but he's the greatest we've ever had. You have DJ versus Horiguchi. Your co-main event is Rampage Jackson. Rampage Jackson, who's a big pay-per-view star. Then you also have Michael Bisping.
Count.
Ever heard of him? You have Michael Bisping versus CB Dollaway.
Yeah.
And then on the prelims, you have Patrick Cote.
Yep.
Joe Riggs.
Yep.
See the difference? And even this for back then ain't shit. Back then, you're like, back then people were
That
complaining.
was actually a weak card.
Yeah, back then people were like, man, I guess I'll buy it. Now you're like, oh my God, thank you, UFC. Oh my God, you're the best. The UFC gods have graced us with a great card. And because these new kids just have no clue how good we had it. Less cards, better fights, the answer. But they have to answer to the network. They have to answer. So you're getting fight nights, contender series.
I wonder what Carlos Condit is doing nowadays. Does he really want to be a doctor or something?
Zabit is.
Zabit's a stud.
I think you're confusing Zabit and Carlos Condit.
Carlos Condit, I always loved him as a fighter. He was so fucking good. Almost made it. Like, is he still fighting?
No. He retired a while ago. But
Yeah.
looks like he's still doing seminars.
Huh.
I've seen him do some podcasts too, but I don't know. He has a very
Very limited.
yeah, not much
He
on
has
his Instagram
7
page.
posts.
But
Good for him.
405,000
Good for
followers.
him
I
though.
was gonna say. What else we got? Today's episode is sponsored by Vivazin. Sometimes when the day winds down, your body's still wired, and grabbing a drink isn't always the best solution if you want to stay
Facts.
sharp. So Vivazin's Relax and Unwind Shot. It's a plant-based way to decompress using kava, GABA, and other calming herbs without alcohol, heavy sedatives, and next day grogginess.
Just takes the edge off, man, and all natural. They've been trusted for over 12 years with over 600 million servings sold. Every batch is independently lab tested for quality and consistency. Right now, you can try a free 3-pack of the Relax and Unwind shot. Just cover shipping. We got you. Click on the link in the description, and all you have to cover is shipping, and experience the difference for yourself.
Let's take a little break, Brennan. You like my sweatshirt?
Dude, you know I like it because I know it's true classic.
Yeah.
It's all you rock,
That's
dude. We
all I
love
rock.
it. We love true
It's all
classic.
I
We've been
rock.
with them since day one, and they make sure guys look good and feel even better. They've nailed it. It started with tees. I started with a white tee. See me in a white tee. It's true classic.
They got everything.
They have everything, man.
I was
Not
with you
just
yesterday
tees.
when you looked at the CEO. I
know.
need my white tees.
Dude, hoodies, jeans, activewear, everything you need to level up your everyday style. All right?
Listen, man. You guys look at me and you go, whoa, Bri, you're a lot more jacked than I thought. And I go
Yeah.
like this. I go, guys, I know, but a lot of this is just the t-shirt because it hugs my tits, hugs my delts, hangs loose in the front, even though I don't need that because I'm shredded.
Yes,
but overall, if you want to look better, and get this, you can get all your premium essentials built for real life, true classic stuff.
They have everything, not
Jeans,
just great t-shirts.
sweatshirts,
Yes.
everything. Button downs are killer.
You'll see him in the UFC.
Target.
You'll see him on other
Thank
podcasts,
you.
but we started with True Classic.
They're-
Our boy Ryan from day one. Forget
Day one.
overpriced designer nonsense. Skip the cheap throwaways. True Classic delivers premium essentials built for real life. Grab yours at Target or Costco. Ever heard
Target
of
and
them?
Costco. How about that?
Yeah, our boy's crushing it.
I know.
Or head to trueclassic.com/fighter and get hooked up right now. Good luck.
There's nothing else to do.
So this just got posted from
MMA Junkie.
Alex Potan.
This is Poton said, I always answered the UFC calls, but if they want to play with me, we can do that. I've never spoken poorly of the UFC, but with what I've just heard, I'm disheartened. I've already had thoughts of not fighting anymore, and after what was just relayed to me, this may be the start. Well, we're fucked.
Oh boy. What's going on?
I wonder what he heard. I wonder if they try to give him some bullshit matchup. I don't know.
Interesting.
After all he's done for the UFC, just answering the
He's
call.
a-
He saved last year. He saved so many cars, taking short notice fights. He saved
Stud.
them. They're gonna have a terrible year, and he saved them. Oh man, I wonder.
So
what-
vague though. Like
Well, I know John Jones had said that he'd rather fight Pereira over,
Aspinall.
Yeah, it's an easier fight.
Yeah.
Of course, to just take him down.
and Pereira's a superstar winner and all that, but
I wonder what it is. This ain't good. This ain't good at all. Yeah, he was, because he's not young either. So he
he's 37.
might be 38.
He's got enough. He's got some money, right? He's made some money.
I would assume taking all those short notice fights, bailing the UFC out, they're paying him. And he's like, wait, what? You want me to fight who? In Abu Dhabi? Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
37.
That is
Yeah.
very vague, though. You are right. What was said?
Probably give him some bullshit matchup. Especially after all he's done.
is there, maybe he's mad he's not getting an automatic rematch with Uncle Ive. That's what it feels like.
But to do that kind of message about the UFC for something
Yeah,
like
it
that,
has to be bad.
It's got to be huge.
That's what I'm saying, is that maybe they're saying, sit this one out. We're going to get Uncle Ive to fight someone else. They might want to take Uncle Ive out of the mix. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But why you wouldn't do that rematch for your biggest star is insane.
because
part of the
is
problem.
there anybody in the heavyweight, in the light heavyweight division that would be a bigger problem for Uncle Ive? So the idea would be, do they want to get Uncle Ive out, Pereira back in with the guy? Who is there?
He
any of
wouldn't
that?
tweet that if that was, they
No?
would tell him.
Yeah.
No.
So really, he's mad if there's no rematch for him. I guarantee.
I don't know. Who knows?
It seems like it's something.
Bring
really
up
deeper.
the 205 rankings for a sec. Just see something.
I'd also like to see that rematch, especially with a healthy Poton.
Yeah, I would too.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, so
So he's beat Yuri twice. Olberg's not there yet. Jamal Hill he beat.
yeah.
Jan he beat.
Yeah. There's nobody there that's going to
Roundtree he beat. There's nobody.
Yeah, But what is Jiri and Ankalaev? What's that matchup? Have they fought?
They already fought.
They did, right?
Yeah.
Did Jiri win
I
that?
forgot already.
No.
No, he lost.
None of it makes any sense.
I don't think he fought
No, it doesn't look like
Ankalaev.
it.
Go to his resume, Chin.
Yeah, it looks like they didn't fight though.
Yeah.
Jamal Hill.
He hasn't fought him. Interesting. It'd be interesting.
But he's lost to Alex twice.
Right. But
And
I'm
and
saying
he's a worse matchup.
he is?
Yeah.
Because of the wrestling?
Yeah.
Really? But let me ask you this.
And you wouldn't pull Alex to replace him with Yuri because it's a similar fight.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, he's
so
already
Alex
beaten.
is like, what?
Started beating him.
And Alex has beaten him twice.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know, but that's a insane tweet from Poetan. That ain't good, man. That ain't good at all.
You think he's chomping at the bit to get another rematch with Ankalaev?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think what Brendan's saying is like it's got to be something like way deeper, than
Even
just a
more.
rematch.
Yeah, even
'Cause
more.
Putting that out
It's a
there,
money
The
thing.
rematch wouldn't do it. If they're like, hey, we want Yuri and Magomed to fight, you'll get he'd be like, all right, that's fine. It has
sucks,
to be
but
something way
this is
more than
like-
that. Yeah,
you're challenging the UFC in front of the public.
You're challenging UFC, and it's never worked out for anybody in
And
the
I'm sure
history
he knows
of
that.
the game.
Him and his team knows
So
that.
he knows by firing that off, it ain't gonna be good. It's never. No one's ever won. No one. No one's ever talked shit about the UFC and won, ever in the history of the game.
Well, that's probably why he's going to be like, I'll just retire, fuck off.
Yeah, he was talking about retiring. That's terrible. That's bad news. And he's legit the biggest star.
Legit, right?
Oh yeah,
right
Huge.
now.
Right now, yeah.
That sneaker
It takes
keeps
the
popping
wind
up.
out of your sails. Yeah, why are we looking at this busted ass Air Force One?
Well, you're looking at this busted shoe because Nike is now offering a distressed pair of Air Force Ones for $130. I thought the point was to get shoes and like keep them super clean and tight, but now you can buy them looking.
No, the Golden Goose does this where they come kind of worn in.
Why? Why do you want this?
But that's the style. Like busted white Air Force Ones are the style. And kids want it now. They want the look now, so that's why they're doing it.
Yeah.
There's a market for it.
I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. And I mean, if your kid comes to you tomorrow, both of you, and says, I want a busted pair of old shoes that cost the same as a brand new pair, you're going to say, okay?
I don't know.
No.
Probably.
You better earn them. Just go wear them for a day at school. They fuck
you
their
go.
shoes up so bad.
Right.
They scalp them. Like after one day,
These shoes, that's what I wear the
especially
most.
white
Yeah.
They
shoes,
get dirty
white
so
Air Force
fast.
Ones get wrecked.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, just wear them for 2 days and you'll have those.
Do you try to keep yours clean? I keep mine clean.
I put them in the laundry.
Yeah.
And then it turns yellow on the bottom and it looks nasty. But
Only certain shoes you want to keep clean, but other ones, I don't,
Okay. Let's do this one. So the DEA guys had the largest fentanyl bust in history recently. They ended up finding over 400 kilos of fentanyl
Good God,
and
dude.
took it off the streets, along with
Poison.
$4 million in cash
What the
and a ton of
baller.
guns.
Where was this bust
all that
at?
cash? I'll
Las
take some
Vegas.
of that cash.
The agency delivered a crushing blow to the Mexican cartel.
That's what it's saying.
They did it at the border. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's weird what happens when you actually control the border.
Look at the guns.
Yeah. It's a big haul.
Yeah, I thought we couldn't shut the border down. Huh? Interesting. Really interesting because it's.
Because
completely
Bondi
shut
gaffed last week when she reported that Trump administration was responsible in its first 100 days for saving 258 million lives in America. Yeah, that's good.
That's a lot of fentanyl.
yeah, fentanyl is no joke.
They're trying to party.
Trying to party. I'd like a little of that cash.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
You know,
I'll take some of those guns too.
The guns are pretty bad.
Yeah, those are cool.
yeah.
those are nice guns. Especially ones on the floor there.
This one's kind of interesting, guys. So this college student now is accused of promoting an anti-Semitic sign at a barstool bar.
Yeah.
And Dave Portnoy is now getting involved. Basically what happened, the kid was at a bar that I guess Barstool owns and got bottle service and decided to have a sign brought out with his bottle service that says, Scroll down. I'm not going to say it.
F the Jews.
Yeah.
Okay, can't have that.
And he's now, Dave Portnoy came out and was like, it's offensive. I'm actually willing to send you both to Auschwitz if you want to see what that is.
He said, I don't want to ruin this kid's life. Maybe I'll just try to educate him.
Yeah, but now the kid's coming out and saying he's owed restitution and an apology from Dave Portnoy. Because it's freedom of speech, and now he's being attacked and receiving like death threats and stuff.
Oh, those stoolies are gonna light that kid up.
Oh boy, let's see.
He put on a tie.
Let's see what Dum Dum's saying.
But what did that kid think was gonna happen?
I don't know. I don't know.
What's his name?
He says the kid is saying he's hypocritically lynching me and trying to cancel me.
He's a total.
He says an edgy joke.
Oh yeah, that's an edgy joke. Really?
It's gonna be tough for that kid to get a job.
Yeah. Let me see what this Dum Dum is saying now.
Dave Portnoy owes me restitutions and an apology for everything.
Just so you guys know, Mo Khan, with all he's probably Pakistani, or he's definitely Muslim. That's typically a Muslim name. So you can't tell me that it isn't anti-Semitic. So that's awesome.
I'm keeping up and holding my ground as far as I can.
We talk a lot about Jewish supremacy on this program. You're an innocent man. But over the past few days, this disgusting Jew has internationally destroyed your reputation. He's threatened you. He's threatened your family. He's had your scholarship, the Temple University, revoked. Would you call that Jewish supremacy?
This guy's a complete Nazi.
To an extent, yes. I believe
the host is anti-Semitic.
Show how much control that one group could have on anyone's potential career. I mean, I've seen arguments saying that if the same sign said, fuck the Muslims, fuck the blacks, fuck the Christians, the impact that those signs would have had is not anywhere near
the
impact that this type of sign had, especially on a person that,
try it out,
like I said, wasn't necessarily even involved in it. So just
he owns the establishment that you did this at,
and utterly uprooting and annihilating one individual based off of pretty much nothing. If that doesn't show some kind of supremacy.
So this guy's so dumb. This kid. He's
both of them are dumb. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that guy's evil. That guy. That's Stu Peters' guy.
Also, go ahead and do your F the blacks, F the Mexicans, put up F the whites, F the Muslims. Let me know how it goes for you. It's not a Jewish thing. You do that to any of those races, you're fucked, dude. Also, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. What do you think was going to happen, bud?
I mean, yeah.
He's like, I don't get it either. Like, he wasn't even involved in it. Well, you're doing it at his establishment that he owns and runs, and that he worked very hard to build. But then also, he's Jewish, you fucking idiot.
If you want to protest the Israeli government and their treatment of the Palestinians, that's one thing. It's when you lump in like all Jews, and that's a whole different thing, and it just is. So it's like anything else. There are a lot of Jews in Israel before October 7th. In fact, I would even argue half of them that were on the Labor Party and sympathetic to Palestinians, and a lot of Jews that went over to Gaza and were helping them. So it's a mess.
Just a young dumb kid.
It's a mess.
He's learning his lesson.
And why are you picking a fight with Dave Portnoy?
Dave's coming back at you.
Come on.
Yeah, Dave's coming back.
This kid's just looking for his 15 minutes, and
He's
it's going to get shut down pretty hard.
He's getting it the wrong way.
Yeah, for sure.
See, guys like this Stu Peters guy, these guys are sociopaths. These are the guys the people like that are the guys that will typically, I don't know who that guy is. I never heard of his name. I never heard of his show, but I don't, they're people like this that will take any issue to try to get an angle and create trouble. Mm-hmm. It's the way Jordan Peterson was talking about it on Rogan.
But isn't this the age-old debate? Freedom of speech?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead. You have freedom of speech.
I'm not censoring
But then you're going to go against Dave and the Stoolies when they fire back. Like, this is the game you're playing, bud.
I'm not censoring this guy Peters or
I don't give a fuck.
This guy. I would never take his show off the air. Do it. Just speak your mind.
Yeah. Both of them. Yeah, do your thing.
And they have support. When a guy like this, comes up and starts saying stuff, believe me, the truth is they get more support than they get hate. That's actually what's going on now on the internet.
I don't know about that.
Oh man, when you start saying things about Jews or you start saying things about anything that's racist, you have a lot of people who are like, I'm with you, bro.
You have a lot more who are against it.
I don't know about that anymore. I don't. It's pretty disconcerting if you actually look at it. I've seen some stuff. And
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
in
wow.
general, I don't think people are supporting hate and racism.
I wish you were right about that. But
I think I am.
Well, so let me give you an
there's some
example.
polar examples.
No, but let me give you an example.
Overall, if you were to tweet out something racist on your account, you're not going to get more support than you are hate.
Well, it depends on who you are. So that woman who on the playground who was calling that autistic boy, black kid, the N-word. Did you see this?
No.
I think their algorithm's a little weird.
So she was it's been made international news. So she was calling this. It turned out to be an autistic black kid, and she was basically calling him the N-word. And she got put on blast. Well, she's on track to raise $1 million because everybody is. There you go. Minnesota mom raises over $700,000 on track to be $1 million because there are a lot of people who are like, I'm going to give to you and help you. Pretty wild. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. So that's what's really going on. My question to you is this. Do you think that people who are neo-Nazis and have a show should be allowed to be platformed, or would you take them off X? There you go.
Let me just hear it real quick.
The child? Did you call the child the N-word? It is my business. You call him. Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again? Okay. All right, that's what you say.
You don't go digging through people.
Nobody digging to you.
A little kid just did, you don't.
That little kid, you call him the little child?
What if he acts like one, he's gonna.
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child 5-year-old and the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
Wow.
That's a hate speech, and you can be that.
I don't give a.
She's an awful human being.
Okay,
What a-
let's see about that. What the internet has to say about you.
What a fucking scumbag. So my guess is, I can tell by his accent, that guy's Somali. Okay, so Somalis, and there are a lot of Somalis and Ethiopians in Minnesota. And so he's from Africa. And the kid turned out to be autistic, I guess. And he was playing with that kid's toys because that's what kids do. And think about how that dad feels. What a piece of shit she is. And she just got rich. She got rich over that shit. She's on track to make $1 million.
That doesn't mean she has more support. That means the small minority who agree with her are donating money.
I don't know how small it is, though. It's a lot of money. You know, it's just a bummer. It kind of sucks that the world has got.
Well,
so many people have her back. It's like, you guys are fucking.
But in the grand scheme of things, it's
assholes.
not a ton of people. It's a ton
Probably
of people that
not.
support that movement.
I hope so. Hope you're
No,
right.
I know I'm right.
Yeah,
The majority of America is not like that.
I agree with you.
But if you're
Actually,
on social media,
I
it's like,
agree
oh,
with you.
everyone's racist. Everyone hates
Yeah.
the Jews. Look
Yeah.
at this.
Yeah, I agree.
Social media is not real.
Right.
And she's been able to.
No, what you're saying
she's
is
been
that,
able to amplify that group, and there's some of them in America. The majority aren't like that.
Yeah.
And then if they do have someone they can donate money to, because they're so fanatic, they're going to put all the resources into it.
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things, there's not that many of them.
I just think it sucks that she got rich off that shit. What a piece of shit. You fucking asshole. Some autistic kid. What a piece of shit. That's an evil little bitch.
But even if you gave that bitch $1 million, it doesn't matter. She's still, her life's that. That's what she's, the world's already won. Those people don't win.
Yeah.
She still has to go through life like that.
It does suck that many people would donate
Yeah.
to that
Still
piece
a
of
lot.
shit.
Disgusting.
It makes you depressed.
Think about the black kid who shot the white kid in the stands because the white kid would ask him to move, and he raised well over $1 million.
Damn.
Know that either.
That was so fucked up. Shot the kid right there.
Yeah.
I know, that's another one. Well,
But again, the majority of America is completely against it.
Yeah.
And you're not going to raise money for the young white kid that died.
the
So the
fact
people
is-
that defend the black kid and this race
Yeah.
thing and all this,
Yeah.
and he's a terrible kid, that small minority group is going to raise money.
Yeah,
in the grand
internet-
scheme of things,
the internet brings out the
$600,000
worst.
isn't a ton of money. $1 million isn't a ton of money from how many? Let's say there's 3,000 of them. That's not that
The
much.
internet brings out the worst in people. It highlights the shitheads, and then you think that's the world, and it's not.
It's not real.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know. I
And,
guess,
and to your point, it made the news, and we're all talking about it because it's so rare. If it wasn't rare, we wouldn't be talking about it, right? So it's such an outlier that we're like, oh my God,
so do you think the caveat is that free speech is free? You can say what you want,
Yeah.
but be ready for the consequence.
Yeah, I also
Correct.
think we're less racist today as a world and as a country than we've ever been.
Every
So
every stat proves that.
Yes.
It's also safer to be an American
Yes.
than any time ever in history. But if you go on YouTube, you go on TikTok, if you're on there too much, you're going to think the world's on fire and World War III's coming.
Correct.
And aliens are real.
Hey, I'm liking your turnaround there, bro. You understand? You come to tune into the good news here. Chin, what else you fucking got? We got a little low energy. One thing about me is I bring my voice will really start kicking through here. What's
Maybe this
this?
Which one do you do? Okay. Well, guys, we've all been in relationships that get a little tense when we fight, right?
Yeah.
But this guy took it to a new level.
This is awesome.
He wanted to get away from this girl so badly that he jumped through a hotel window.
Whoa.
But don't worry, it was on the first floor.
Okay.
But there's footage of it.
is
Just to
awesome.
show you their regular
I get
Tuesday
it.
night.
I get it.
Look at this.
Yeah, what's embarrassing is he didn't make it.
Oh, that's awesome. That is. Yes.
It's a regular Tuesday night.
Dude, that's a guy who's like, I fucking had it with you.
And he's still running. Screw the shoes.
What could possibly have happened?
He's so mad that he just has to get the fuck away. That's a silent protest.
And there's also a door right there, so
Yeah,
it doesn't
it
make too
doesn't
much
matter.
sense. But what he did is he just tried to make it about himself, you know?
Yeah.
So whatever they're fighting about, who knows what he got caught doing. Now it's, oh my God, are you okay? Right? He becomes the victim.
That's right.
That's what he's doing.
All full of glass.
Yeah.
Right? That's passion, bro. That's passion. I'm
It's
throwing myself
stupidity.
the fuck out. You ever see those two guys, the girl and the guy who took saliva? It's that crazy drug that makes you crazy.
Salvia.
Salvia, and he fucking
Saliva.
Salvia,
Like spit.
saliva, and the salvia, and he fucking he falls out the window, and then it's like a 2-story window. Do you ever see this shit? No. Oh my God, they're like, they're freaking out, and he's like, you got to see this. It's so crazy.
Salvia and then jumps out of a window.
Yes. He falls out the window, and she's like, oh my God. There it is.
Fast forward.
It's a good drug.
So
It's a good
weird.
drug.
She doesn't give a fuck.
Nope.
No, she's crazy.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's not good. But he comes back up. He comes back up after a minute. He's like, "Oh, she's like, you okay?" He's like, "I think so." Good stuff, dude. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
You fucking. Let's stay away from that drug. Good God.
Want some more? You guys good?
I think we're good, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Brian, where you at?
I'm going to be in Eugene, Oregon at Olson's Run, May 15th,
Is that this
16th,
weekend or next
17th.
weekend?
Next weekend. Yeah. May 15th, 16th, 17th. Come get some. Eugene, Oregon. I'm excited.
All right, kids, that's it. Drive Fast All Gas giveaway is going live right now. Win this fully custom TRX Final Edition and $10,000 cash, over $50,000 in upgrade. This thing's a monster. Get some merch, get some Methylene Blue on drivefast.com. DriveFastAllGas.com automatically enters you to win. All right, that's it, kids. This is the Final Kid. We're out.
Joy Mode. It's a sexual performance booster. What does that mean? Well, it's an all-natural supplement, and it's designed to enhance blood flow, give you firmer, more reliable boners. All right? That's really what it's about. And the way it works is they have these natural products that increase nitric oxide that dilate your blood vessels, okay? So it actually works not just in bed, but if you're going to the gym, it improves endurance and things like that. It is basically a performance booster without the side effects. And you can start a subscription, save up to 30%, keep performance at its best without any interruptions. It can be in or out of the gym. It tastes good. You take a packet, you pour it in water, 45 minutes before your workout or before you do the deed. And, there it is. There it is. So if you're looking to take your game to the next level, try joymode.com. Go to tryjoymode.com. Use code FIGHTER at checkout for 20% off single purchases and 30% off subscription orders. That's tryjoymode.com and use code FIGHTER for 20% off single purchases and 30% off subscription orders.